Hey everyone, thank you for tuning in. Today I'm doing a fresh bridal bouquet using a bouquet holder. So I ordered these bouquet holders online. They're made for fresh flowers. You can switch out the foam within the cage into something more denser if you're doing artificial flowers. But I went ahead and using the fresh, and I let the bouquet soak in water before I started arranging. And when you put the bouquets into water to soak, you don't want to push them under the water. You gotta let them soak on their own so you don't get a air bubble into the center of the bouquet. It actually went pretty fast as far as absorbing the water. So if you're an impatient person, it doesn't take that long. And I'm gonna lay out my parameters. So I know how high and how wide on either side to go there. And then from within these parameters, I'm going to work in the other flowers. I'm sticking with my roses here so that I can continue a even distribution of roses. So I've got some purple roses. I have some mini calla lilies. That's the same color as the roses. I have some darker colored stock. And I've got some artificial blue hydrangea. I do have an artificial orchid that I'm going to put in there, and some artificial greenery too. Oh, and then baby's breath, but the baby's breath is fresh as well. So once I have my roses in, I'm going to work on my calla lilies. So the mini calla lilies, they are a thirsty plant with a very tender stem. So now that I've got a lot of the bouquet holder kind of filled up with the roses, it is a bit difficult to find room for these kind of soft, almost mushy calla lily stems. So these are a little bit older, not quite as fresh and crisp as calla lilies can be. And so when I attempt to put them into the oasis there, or the floral foam, I wasn't able to get it to go without it bending. So in this case, and you can use it with other flowers too, I'm going to use this floral pick. So it's a wooden pick that has a wire attached to it. And I'm just going to use that as kind of like a splint to firm up the stem. And if you let it hang over the stem a little bit, it will make the hole first in the foam so that the actual stem of the calla lily doesn't have to work so hard to get in there. So you don't have that bending or smashing or mushing that could cause the flower not to absorb the water. Because like I said, calla lilies are thirsty flowers, so they're going to want a good drink of water the whole time they're in this bouquet. So I cover that up with wax floral tape to help secure them together and to also hide my mechanics, although I don't think that it would have shown. And then that allows me to work the calla lilies into the bouquet holder itself. So I'm going to speed up the process here a little bit and repeat it with all the calla lilies. I will work in all the filler and the greenery as we go along. You do want to pay attention if your bouquet holder, like mine, has some foam down past the, equator of the bouquet, the lower half. You want to make sure to cover that as well. And then using those on the lower half is a great way to get a cascading effect on the bouquet. So if you did want it to cascade forward, I would utilize that space underneath the handle there to get that downward draping motion. So I'm just going to cut to some music and let you watch as it all comes together. Thank you so much for tuning in.